Hey guys! Hippie Homemakers is here, and we got a new friend, Trisha! So Trisha's here to purchase a pendulum today. So we have them all laid out, and she is going to find the one that speaks to her. So remember last time we had a video and we were talking about pendulums. What you do is you can't just pick pendulums willy-nilly. You have to pick the right one that works for you. So this is my baby, my pendulum. So it's clear quartz. Pendulums come in lots of different types of stone, and we'll look at the ones that I have available in a minute. And what you do with a pendulum when you're going to purchase one is you need to talk to it. You need to ask it to show you a yes and to show you a no. And then you ask it if it will work with you, and you hope you get a yes. But it might give you a no, and that's okay. Just put her down and pick the next one. And once you have a pendulum, there's lots of different purposes for a pendulum. You can ask it yes or no questions. You can have it help you, guide you to choices. So if you have things laid out, such as when we do the oracle card readings, and sometimes you've seen that we have our 3 pieces of the deck laid out, you can use a pendulum to pick the right one, kind of a helping hand from spirit on where the right message is for you. You can also use a grid for a pendulum to be able to get a little bit more answers on it, more specific answers, and get a maybe in there even, which is kind of frustrating. I do get a maybe from my own pendulum, so that's when it, as opposed to maybe giving a swirl for a yes or a back and forth for a no, if it just stays still or if it just has that kind of wiggle, it can be an undecided message or an unknown. And the reasons for that is maybe you yourself have not taken the right steps in the direction for either a positive or a negative based on your question, or the question is just too wide open. There's too many possibilities, things like that. So you get more familiar with your pendulum as you work with it and play with it. And what I always do is I have my gorgeous chunk of amethyst, and I always have my pendulum on it when it's not in use, because amethyst is a charger. It charges up your crystals. And another thing you can do with your pendulum that we've talked about before is to put it out during a full moon as well to cleanse it. So we're going to look at the pendulums that I have here today. And as we have this chat about the pendulums, if you would like an oracle card reading tonight, our pal Vanessa is here and she's ready to chat with you if you want to PM the page and get all looked up. She's ready to go over here. So please PM the page. And Andrea's here. My mom is here. Andrea.
Send us your money.
Yeah, Andrea is getting a oracle card reading tonight. So that'll be exciting. So what I'm going to do, the camera's going to move. Remember, we're kind of still working our way through how we do the camera to switch over to the view of the table. So hang on. We're going to switch over. So we got to go up. And we got to switch. Andrea's here, and we're going to look back. So first we're going to look at the pendulums that I have here today, and then Trisha is going to check them all out. She's ready. Actually, she's drinking right now, but she'll be ready in a minute. Drinking some mama juice. So my first beauty here is turquoise. Turquoise is a talisman. So if you look in history, turquoise is a talisman of warriors, of shamans, and of kings. Next we have obsidian, though Vanessa tells us this one's already spoken for.
It is. We had a conversation. It's already done.
She was already chatting with this guy earlier, to be honest, but I did want to show it off first.
It is black like my soul.
So obsidian is a shield. It's known as a shield. And then we have clear quartz here, as I mentioned earlier. That's what mine is as well. And clear quartz is an amplifier. An amplifier of energy.
Nice.
Yeah. It can get other crystals excited.
Maybe that one should be mine.
And then we have amethyst, which is a favorite of many people, and I wear an amethyst nearly every day. I'll show you the one I'm wearing today. This is my amethyst. If you know me, you've probably seen me wearing this guy because I wear it all the time. You should always have a piece of amethyst with you. It's a healer. It's an energizer. You got yours. You got Vanessa's got hers. Gotta have an amethyst. Hey, Evelyn. Thanks for joining us. So this guy's an amethyst. And then we have rose quartz. Oh, and Trisha, you'll feel this layer too. Rose quartz is almost always colder than all the other crystals. But even though it's colder, it's actually all about warmth in the way of love. It brings you unconditional love, rose quartz. You have that on your new mala, don't you?
Yes. And on my wrist right now.
I have it on my mala also. Probably.
Somewhere in there. This is Tiger's Eye. It is for entrepreneurs, really. It is for... Tiger's Eye is all about taking action. So if you're a get up and go kind of person, that Tiger's Eye probably wants to work with you. Then we have Aventine here, and it's all about good luck and prosperity. Think green like moolah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I need that. Like,
The moolah.
I'm gonna need all of them. Like, I'm just gonna need them all for different.
yours.
I
She,
did already.
you
touch
already
mine.
claimed.
And I may have a couple extras at home, but I don't have a black one, so.
Yeah, of every color.
I don't know which. I should bring mine over. So
Andrea,
you
you're
can tell me
gonna-
what it is.
yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, let's have a look. Andrea, you think you should get Matt one of those? Which one? Oh, the entrepreneur. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Or maybe we could make him something. I have beads of this as well. And then we have opal. Good luck.
I love.
Woo. It's still okay. Still good. Still good. Jumped. It was full of energy. All about good luck.
I have a random question for you. I have a pendulum on a necklace. Is it okay to like wear all the time, like close to you, or is it something that you should?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and I've seen those before. I've seen the ones that have all the chakra colors before too, that are pendulums. And yes, you can keep it with you. It's full of energy, and it's fine to have with you. But I would still, like we talked about before, I like to recharge it. So you can recharge it. You could have an amethyst by your bedside, and then when you take it off at night, you can set any of your crystals on it to recharge it.
Maybe jump again.
Yeah.
We will discuss this.
Yes. We should go to the gem show together.
When's that?
There's one in November at the Western Fair.
Deal. Date. Done.
It's a date. Whoever wants to join us. Gem show.
Weekend, and I don't work
Mark it on the calendar. So if you recall from last week, at the top of our altar here, we always have my big stones with me. I have my fluorite, which is one of my faves. You're covered in
You're talking
fluorite.
about all the different stones, and we're like, yep, got
Got
that
it,
one,
got
that
it.
one,
Phew.
that one.
Citrine, and this guy is super powerful, the black tourmaline. It's all about dispelling negative energy, shield.
Yeah. I don't have enough of that. Do you have beads of that?
I do. Yeah, they're pricey, so you don't usually have it on a full one, but you have
Just
a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
a couple.
2, 5.
I'm gonna take 108 of Mala of
Yeah.
that guy. I mean, if it's $600, we'll go there. But
And actually, I stopped in at Joy Yoga today because I'm doing my Reiki sessions there, and we still have a couple available if anyone would like to book. And she was telling me that she has black tourmaline in the 4 corners of the room in the ceiling.
Oh,
really,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
to ward off all the
Negative energy.
That's nice.
Lay in that room.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
me in there.
It's gorgeous. I'm so excited about going to Joy
Now I
Yoga.
kind of want to find something that's black tourmaline and like put it in my living, like
Yeah,
in my
well, I have
home.
lots of little pieces. I just gave Lindsay one the other day. I have little pieces. Find a place. You could put it above,
I have a piece that you gave me.
yeah,
Again, I think it's
Black
for my
tourmaline.
birthday. Little
black tourmaline,
chunks.
or was it obsidian? Well, look. Could put it above
You know what? It could
doorways.
be obsidian because
This guy, the
maybe. I'll send
shinier
you a
guy.
picture.
Yes. All right, so what we're going to do now, Trisha's going to test all these guys, and we're going to talk about, again, how that works and pick her favorite. And don't forget, you can message Vanessa. She's ready to talk to you if you'd like to book an oracle card reading as well. So I'm going to shovel over, and you're going to see Trisha's hands in here because she's going to get a feel for them.
Just like grab them?
Yeah.
No,
just
like just hold
go around,
and
just
like
give them a...
Which one speaks to you?
Which
first
is the
off?
one?
A lot. There's like 3, well 4, but you have the one, so
Well,
I have to do the rest.
Honestly, if you
No,
go
it's
black, you won't go back. But if the black one speaks to you, Stacey can get me another one. That's
no, it's
totally
okay.
So what were your other choices?
So it was the black one, and then the rose, is it
Rose quartz?
The opal.
Yeah.
And
Not the tiger's eye, right? He's
no,
cut.
Yes.
He's cut. Our obsidian is cut.
And I don't think it was the
Turquoise?
no that one.
This guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that jade?
No, it's green Aventure.
Yep.
Aventine. I think I'm saying that wrong.
So we're down to
You know what I
turquoise,
mean.
clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, and opal.
Yeah.
So turquoise is our talisman of warriors, shamans, kings. So you can think of it as when you think of a talisman, you're thinking of a leadership, like a medal, a medal.
Okay.
And then clear quartz, it's an amplifier. It's full of energy. It's ready to rock. It's vibrating.
Okay.
It's ready to go. And then amethyst is our healer. It's our protection, but not a shield, just a protection of love. It's an always there.
I love that
It's
it's a healer.
a
Yes.
healer. It's a healer of your emotions. It's a healer of your energy. And it heals the other crystals as well,
bathe in it?
which is why I always like to have amethyst on malas and bracelets
Okay.
because it heals the other crystals. And then we have rose quartz, which is our love stone.
I love that one.
And opal is all about good luck. And you can see how gorgeous iridescent it is.
So
It's
pretty.
really cool. So what you can do is you can talk to all of them if you wish. So as we
Okay.
talked about before, you can hold them up. So what I do is I have my dominant hand underneath, and then my other hand, I'll get in the camera, my dominant hand underneath, and then I'm holding it with my other hand, and then I ask it to show me yes, show me
Okay.
no, and I ask it if it wants to work with me. You can say those words out loud, or you can say them in your head.
Okay, here we go. We'll just start with one end. So it has to be your dominant hand?
I put my dominant hand underneath.
Okay. Do you have to say, show me a yes?
You can say it in your head
You can say it in
and
your
just watch
head.
for the
There
movement.
it goes. A little bit. See?
When do you ask the next question?
Once it shows up
Yeah, there it
Oh.
goes.
dominant.
There it goes.
So it's a
There.
circle?
Yeah, just wait. Yeah. There it goes.
Let's stop.
Just go to the next.
Oh, will you show me a no?
It's a backward circle. See, they're different.
Oh, weird.
Then ask it if it'll work.
Will you work with me?
Yes.
Yay. Oh, that one's hard to read.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what the other ones have to say.
Let's go with this one. That seems to be my favorite. It's on everything. Will you show me a yes?
Oh, see, it went faster.
Yeah.
So is that more of a back and forth? Or is it a little circle?
It's kind of like a...
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a
Yeah,
circle.
there you go.
And show me a no? Oh, line.
Mm-hmm.
Will you work with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course I will.
Of course. Do I have to do all of them?
You don't, just whichever one is the right one for you.
You'll feel it.
But
Will
you're
one
welcome
be
to.
like stronger than the other?
Well, you could
or-
see that the rose quartz was quicker to respond.
Okay.
Did you want to see what another one felt like?
Sure, let's do which one? Vanessa. The amethyst. Will you show me a yes? What does it want to do?
Oh,
Show
got
me.
the shakes.
Will you show me a no? Oh, give it.
I don't
Doesn't
think
want.
that's
Doesn't
one
like
for
That's
you.
not the right one.
That's
It doesn't like me. Oh.
Turquoise was really low on reaction.
Yes,
as
it
well.
was. Yeah,
the rose
turquoise.
was. So do you want to try opal or
Opal?
clear?
Okay, we'll try opal.
Oh, so pretty.
Oof. Show me a yes.
There we go. Well, it's moving, but it's wiggling too.
It's having a seizure.
You show me a no.
Oh,
Oh, is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's reversing.
okay.
Will you work with me?
No.
No.
Maybe the rose quartz has
Wow,
been
I
like,
guess that's it.
I've chosen, unless you want to look at the clear, or is it the rose?
It's the rose.
It's the
It's the
rose.
It's my love stone.
It's the rose.
It is the love stone.
Amazing.
How crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
it just like
It's
they
there.
choose you. I choose you.
Here, we'll buff it up.
Charge that.
We'll
sucker.
charge it. So while we do that, do you want to look at your spirit animal card today?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll show you guys. This is the spirit animal deck that we're going to use today. It's from Stephen Farmer. You'll remember last week. He's one of my fave guys. So what we're going to do is we knock on it and I send my energy in. And as I'm going to shuffle, Trisha's just going to focus on that she's willing to and able to receive a message from her spirit animal. So you know that when we, it's going to move the camera a little bit, there we go, so knock you guys over. When we do our oracle card readings, is that we're setting an intention as we shuffle of what we want to hear, and often we have it open-ended of what do I need to hear, or we can have it a bit more focus, such as where is my career going, things like that. But because we like to look at the past, present, and future of your intention, you don't want to narrow it down too much, because otherwise you could be in a 2-week phase and then the message isn't as clear.
My reading last week, when I did my reading, was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, spot on.
Spot on. Oh, that makes me so happy that we can give. It's your energy. It's your energy that brings the cards to you. It's spirit that's giving you the messages. I'm just helping you interpret them. That's all. Helping you to read the cards, helping you to bring the energy concentrated onto our deck. So we'll put out our 3, and a spirit animal message is just a 1 card. And as we had talked about last week, the message is on the card, and then we can just expand on it as we see what it is. Yeah, so is it 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Okay, so let's see. So the animal that comes up here is not necessarily your spirit animal, but a message.
Okay.
Meerkat. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends.
Oh.
Oh, does that sound right?
Yeah,
Does that sound like the right message?
it does. Sounds good to me.
To get like-minded. So what the meerkat is usually saying is that in the past you might have been kind of burned or disappointed from another group of comrades, so to speak. Well, they might not be friends anymore, right? Trusted groups, trusted people that are in your group, right? And you need the support of only people that are on the same path as you.
Excellent.
So you need to look under the... A lot of people come with a filter, right? And remember last week when we did the video and we were talking a lot about...
My boyfriend doesn't have a filter.
talking a lot about people trying on new versions of themselves and shape-shifting. And so you don't always at a first impression get the full picture of the true person underneath, because sometimes people are trying on these new looks, these new personalities, so to speak, right? Just trying to be new them, to find themselves, to find the right one that fits. And so you need to find your trusted circle, you have to get past the filter. You have to get past when they're on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know when you're on, you know your telephone voice, you know your when you're at work, or you gotta talk to the teachers, or you gotta...
Hi, how's it going? Oh my god, it's so good to see you.
Yeah. We're great. We're fabulous.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you're always happy, but you actually want to say today sucked, or the kids threw up on the floor, or the dog ate my purse, or whatever. You gotta find out what the true person is in the filter, and your message is to find those like-minded people in your group and get support from them.
Excellent.
Yeah. Meerkat.
And the tortoise.
I saw.
My message was the tortoise.
So if you would like your own message from a spirit animal or an oracle card reading, please message the page, and our friend Vanessa is ready to chat with you and chat you through getting you set up, because we're ready to do readings. We have Trisha's pendulum charging over here. And what we're going to do first, just to get started, is to do a reading for the week. We did one last week as well. And so when I do the shuffle, we'll be setting an intention of what we all that are watching the video right now need to hear, a collective message of how our week is setting up. So it's just going to be a one-card reading. And then we're going to do your oracle card reading, Andrea. And then we'll see who else is ready to roll. Please message the page, and Vanessa's ready to set you up. So as I shuffle, my intention right now is going to be a message that we all need to hear for the week. And this is my favorite deck. It's the same deck that I used last week. It is the Earth Magic deck from Stephen Farmer. I think the next time we do a video, we are going to use a different deck, and I think we're going to explore it together. And I'm excited about that. Actually, we might do a little fun thing on the page where we look at a few different decks, and then we pick the one that we're going to use the next video. And if everyone can share where they're able to, I would like to have a little prize. In our next video, when we do one of our new decks, you will get a free reading. Somebody that shares. And make sure when you share publicly, because otherwise from the page I can't see who shared it if it wasn't a public share. So share. Don't spam anybody or spam any groups, but just share on your page if you're willing and able and would like to share this kind of fun with your friends. And you might be the lucky winner of your own oracle card reading next video. So I'm going to set out our 3 right here. And as we're doing this, guys, feel free to use the chat to ask questions, and we'll do our best to answer them. And remember that Vanessa is here as well to chat with you guys and get you set up on your own reading. So I thought, since we're talking pendulums today, it'd be fun to use my pendulum to pick what part of the deck we should pull our one card reading from. So what I'm going to do is set my intention with the pendulum by asking it to show me which part of the deck we should be using, and we'll see what it says as we move along the three groups of cards here. Let it get straight. Oh, wow, already. Well, I think that might be the winner, but I think we'll move along here. That is a definite no. And let's see what's happening over here. I do think the first one had it, though. It did.
First one for sure.
The first one. All right, this is it. The Milky Way in perspective. We were just talking about perspectives too. So when we look at the Milky Way card, we're talking about a lost perspective here. So it's time to take a step back this week. Is remember that I set my intention that this card is going to be for all of us watching the video right now, and it's going to kind of set our tone for the next week. And what the Milky Way is telling us is that you need to take a step back, you need to take a breath, and you need to allow yourself to detach from the situation that you're in. And I bet you know what I'm talking about, the situation in your life that you need to take a step back from so you can gain information. So when you take a step back, it doesn't mean that you don't care. Some people probably think that. They'll think, oh, she's not focused on the issue, or she's not worried about it like the rest of us are, or he's not worried about his family or taking care of it. But what you're actually doing is taking a step back so you can gain a better perspective on the situation. Because you need that breathing room sometimes, because I'm sure you've all experienced when you get micro focused on an issue, it expands into this huge crazy thing, and other things in your life fall apart, and you're so worried about it you don't get to work on time, or you forget to make the kids lunch, or you're having a panic attack in the grocery store, or
Right. Praise it.
Praise it.
Yep.
It's happened around here. It's happened to all of us. And when you see those signals, it is the Milky Way telling you to take a step back. And that's what it's telling you now. It's giving you a heads up for this week that something's going on, and you need to take a step back and get a handle on the situation. And again, it's not that you don't care. If anything, it means you care more than anybody else, and you're trying to resolve it in the best way possible and the calmest way possible. So, I think that's a good message for the week. It's not always the message you want. It's not always, didn't say anyone was having huge rewards this week, or something exciting was going to happen. But it was referring to issues that need some breathing room. And that's okay too, because that's life.
That is life.
Yeah. So what we're going to do next, Andrea, if you're here, we're ready for your reading. And if anybody watching wanted to get their own oracle card reading, just message the page. And we would love for you to share the video as well on your Facebook page so we can have more people, because more people mean more readings, and that means prizes and fun, and it's great to have these discussions. So let us know if you're here, Andrea, and we're ready to rock. There might be a mini dance party happening to the left of me. Andrea's here. All right, Andrea. I am going to send my energy into the deck right now for you. And as I shuffle, you're going to set your intention of what you'd like to hear. As we talked about before, intentions are often, what do I need to hear today? What does Spirit have to tell me? And we're going to look at the past, present, and future of your intention. So when we pull those 3 cards, we may also want to pull a 4th card. We'll see once the cards get going. Sometimes we like to see a 4th card as the trump card, and it is giving you the information, kind of the overall theme of what your reading is about. So we're going to split up the deck into 3. And Andrea, let me know if we should go from 1, 2, or 3. And I know there's a little delay, so we'll wait to hear your choice. We're also excited as we do some more videos, we are going to get some different cameras set up too, so you can see us and see our hands on the cards at the same time. We're excited about that. I was telling Vanessa about that earlier.
That just means I'm going to have to do my makeup every single time I help you.
Yeah, it's true.
I think you should have to do everybody's makeup.
Yeah, actually we should watch Vanessa's makeup page first, where she does a live video of us getting our makeup done, and then you hop over to Hippie Homemakers to watch the cards. Number 3. Vanessa was trying to guess which one you were going to pick, and she said 3. She was right.
It's the amethyst.
So what we're going to look at is your past, your present, and your future. So if you remember from last week, what we usually do is have a quick look at the 3 cards, and then we see how they work together. So in the past, we remember this from last week. Lindsay got this one, didn't she? So the crystals and the focus is what we're usually looking at, is that you were avoiding something. You're avoiding something for a long time, and you had to bring focus to it. So when we saw this card last week for somebody else, that was their present, that they had been avoiding something. But for you, Andrea, this is in the past. And it was something that you needed to eliminate a lot of distractions in your life to be fully present in your situation. So let's continue with our cards, and then we'll see how they all connect together. Oh, the shaman. Isn't this card gorgeous? So the shaman is all about deep healing. There might have been an illness, and not necessarily a physical illness. It could have been an illness of the mind, the body, or the spirit. And now, because we're looking at this card in the present, it's time to call upon your spirit to help heal you and to let the shadow pass through. So we'll get back to that. We'll see how they connect together. So right now we're looking at the past, that you had been avoiding something, and we're looking at the present, where the shaman is helping you heal from an illness. And the future, the volcano. So the volcano, and
is this my reading?
The volcano talks about volatile times, but that's not necessarily, it sounds kind of angry or it sounds kind of worrisome, but it doesn't need to be. What it refers to is unexpected changes that are out of your control. So when you think of a volcano exploding, as far as I know, I mean, I haven't been around too many volcanoes, but they're, as far as I can tell, they are unexpected. People don't really know when they're coming up. And things happen in ways that you can't control, and your foundations are shaken, and you have to make adjustments quickly. And usually when that happens, you're trying to fight against it and cling to the past, but you can't because you're forced to make these quick changes in your life, and you have to go with the flow even when you don't want to. So let's look at the three of them together. This is really exciting. There's a lot of information here. Let me know if they sound right to you, Andrea, based on your intention of what your reading was looking at. Or we can also pull a fourth card to get an overall feel of the theme of the reading as well. So what we had was the crystals, because you were avoiding something in the past. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's sometimes that we're not avoiding things because we don't want to deal with them. Sometimes we can't deal with them, whether it's outside reasons that we can't deal with them, other people, or financial reasons we can't deal with issues, or just the state of affairs at your present time. But because it was in your past, I think it's something that you've taken care of now too, that you've brought it into your focus, you've taken care of the issue, and you're already on a better path. And then especially because you're looking at the shaman in your present day, you're on a path of healing, which is gorgeous. It's just amazing. Because remember, the shaman, it is about healing illness of your body, or of your mind, or of your spirit, or all three, or a combination of them. Because a shaman is a master healer. It is a cleansing type of card, and you're letting go of the shadow of the illness, whatever form the illness took, and it is a deep healing, which is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And then the volcano. So remember, it's not as scary as it might look. It is talking about a quick change, a change that you can't control, which can be job changes, career changes, or family changes, or even quick changes in your home or in your financials, or just in your family life that everyone kind of gets into a routine, and something's going to come up that the routine is broken, and that's frustrating, and you try and fight it. But what this card is telling us is that you're going to have to go with the flow on this one. Let me know if that sounds right, Andrea. I think they're really interesting cards, and I think the shaman is just a gorgeous card. And I know last week when we look at the crystals and the presents, it's kind of a wake-up call of what you might be avoiding, but you had it in the past, and I think it's something that's already taken care of, which is nice. Nice to get that out of the way. So you kind of were in your cave, and you had to head on out into the open.
It's not showing any comments on the page.
Let us know if we still got ya. I don't want to move your cards until I know you got to see them, Andrea.
Oh.
You're going to wake up in the middle of the night and see them when they all click together. I think they're already here. I think you're looking at the past where there was something that you had been avoiding, and then it all came together. Vanessa's just getting a picture of them so you can have a look at them later. And then the shaman is a time of healing that you're going through right now. And then coming up in the near future, there's going to be a change where you got to do some quick reactions, which is a kind of a nice warning as well. And not warning is in a bad way, or you need to be on edge, or you need to wait for that volcano to explode. You just have to be ready to make adjustments when things don't necessarily go to plan. All right, I feel pretty good about that one.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hear me. So we received an inbox message from somebody who doesn't want to be named, but on your card of the week, she said that card made so much sense. Someone close to her tried to commit suicide last night, and she was there today, and it's a very confusing situation. And as you were reading that card, her heart started racing like crazy. She said thank you, and that she needs a reading really soon, but that really, really spoke to her.
Oh,
so that was awesome.
That's so nice to hear. Oh, it gave me chills.
Yeah.
It gave me chills. Oh, because that was all about our...
deal with that situation.
I know.
It's an awful situation to be in, and we send you love and light.
Absolutely. And that's what we talked about too when we had that Milky Way card. Is it was all about perspective, and it was all about taking a step back and catching a breath. And even if those around you maybe don't understand why you're taking a step back, it's to gain perspective on the situation so you can better handle it for everybody involved, which we all need, I think. And I think when you're going through something upsetting in your family, with your loved ones, it's always a time where you should have some meditation as well. Just instead of always reacting, instead of always being on the attack, on the offense, on the panic mode, you need to take a step back. And whether that means just sitting outside instead of being in the living room, or having that extra 5 minutes in the shower to think, or staying in bed for an extra couple minutes instead of flying right out when the alarm goes on. Just a couple minutes apiece, or even sitting in your car. You know, it would be great if you could sit out in nature or sit in a park or things like that, but time isn't always there. You can always just have those extra couple minutes to yourself to think and to breathe instead of always just being on the reaction. Hi, Becca.
That's me to a T.
Yeah, you gotta take a minute.
Bring it all in, and I'm a reactor. I'm just, it happens, and I just instantly react, where, even today was something that happened, and I just instantly reacted, but then after a minute, I took a step back, and I was like, okay, worst case scenario, this is what's going to happen, and that's out of my control, and do I need to focus all of my energy on this? And it's like, no, I don't, because it's not that big of a deal. It happened, but I mean,
I think you do. Yeah.
Put it in a bubble, blow it away, deal with it, and move on.
That's right. Because there's so many things that we want to think we can control, and sometimes when you get your hands in there, and I'm one of them as well, it actually can make it worse, because it just it increases the panic, because then if you're panicking, then maybe your husband's going to panic, or the kids are going to panic, or you're panicking, so now you didn't maybe follow through with everything that you need to do, you were panicking so you couldn't make the kids' lunches, and now your morning is shot because all this craziness happened, but they need to be where they need to be, and now they're panicking, and it just increases, right? And then maybe they'll have a bad school day because they were in a tizzy in the morning, and then after school can be a disaster, and it's not just about kids either. It can be the same, that you were panicking in the morning so you didn't make your lunch, and then you get to work, and then you're having a bad morning, and you're hungry, and you're grumpy, and then your coworker is
then you buy
irritating you,
and it's gross,
yeah.
And then you're more angry, and then you get home and you're hangry, and then your husband's
and then you're like, I shouldn't have ate all those carbs, and
yeah, then you feel bad.
Then you feel bad about
then
that.
Then you down with a bottle of wine, you wake up the next day, you got a headache, and all the same stuff's happening.
It's true.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. And the answer is take a breath.
I, for one, have noticed that my kids feed off my energy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm high-strung, they're high-strung. And I see it now where, I've tried to relax more and just not react instantly. But then they react instantly.
Yeah.
They're like... they're doling out the punishment, or, somebody throat punches somebody instantly because that's how I would, no, I'm just kidding. But I see that, they react how I used to react, or, it just, They feed off of you.
It's
They
true.
definitely
It's
do.
true. And so I think everybody could use a little bit of meditation. When you hear the word meditation, some people are like, oh, that's hippie, or
No, it's amazing.
that's for yoga people, or it's not true. It can just be 5 minutes in your car, 5 minutes in the backyard, or like we talked about last week, when you have beaded bracelets, you can use that to use for japa meditation and have some power phrases that you go through, and just once for each bead you say your statements such as, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am at peace, and you just say that once for each bead all the way around. That's all you have to do to take a breath, to get in the moment, to connect with spirit, to connect with yourself, and just take a break. That's all you got to do. And another thing too, when we're talking about crystals, is like I said, I like to wear my amethyst all the time, is that if you are feeling emotional, if you are feeling things are out of control, if you have a crystal nearby, hold it in your hand, and you'll be surprised at the energy that you can gain from it, to take that moment. And that's why I always like to have my amethyst, my healer, and there's lots of other stones that you can have with you as well for that kind of reaction. You can have your shield, such as obsidian, or your black tourmaline, or you can have rose quartz, which is your love stone.
I love it.
Your love stone, Trisha's favorite, which is what her new pendulum is. Or your clear quartz, which is your amplifier to amplify your energy. There's just so much that you can do to take those little breaths, which is fabulous. That's what you need. And like we said when we saw our message of the week from our Milky Way and our perspective, that it's probably going to be coming up for a lot of us this week as well. So I think we might be doing a reading for Becca. I don't know. Vanessa's just chatting with her. Let us know if anybody else wants a reading. And otherwise, we'll chat with everybody on our next video. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes and let me know if you have any questions. And remember, we still have not the black obsidian pendulum and not the rose quartz, but we
the
do.
other ones are beautiful.
The other beauties are still available as well. And what they are is $25 each for a pendulum. So we have the opal. And we have the
That one's pretty, but
amethyst. No, it didn't want to work with you, but it might want to work with everybody else.
Mm.
And our green, all about for entrepreneurs, for people that want to take action. And our turquoise, our talisman. Our tiger's eye. So pretty. Those browns and golds in there. And our clear quartz as well. Our energy amplifier, which is one of my favorites as well. And that's what my pendulum is, clear quartz. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys, for joining us. And we look forward to our next video. And if you shared, thank you. And we'll be doing a draw for that. And for anyone that pre-books their reading, is always entered into a draw as well. Lily loves the talisman. She loves the turquoise. Andrea?
Maybe Lily needs a pendulum. Is there an age restriction on that kind of
There's
thing?
not an age restriction, no, because it's all just about a connection to energy. Thanks, Jen. You have a good night, too. Thanks for joining us. Maybe Lily would like a turquoise bracelet, too.
Oh, that would be
That'd
wonderful.
be really nice. A talisman. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be chatting with you soon. And you can always message the page with questions that you have. And remember, I do have a couple Reiki appointments available this week as well. So have a look at the page and the poster. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.